Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan.
And welcome back to Connecting the Dots. This is the show where we take that just absolute fire hose of information hitting your screens, and we slow it down. We draw the lines between the big stories so you can actually see the picture.
We are coming to you live from the Snarful Solutions Group studios, right here in a very blustery Sacramento, California.
Oh, man.
It is Thursday, February 19th, 2026, and you are not kidding about the blustery part.
Right.
I mean, I walked in from the parking lot, and I'm pretty sure the tailwind got me here, like, 3 minutes early.
It's fierce out there.
Yeah.
If you are local, please take that wind advisory seriously. It's in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. We're seeing branches down, debris.
Yeah.
Just hold on to your hats.
Yeah, and it's not just us. I was looking at the out the window report, and the whole map is pretty messy today. The southern plains, that you're dealing with gusty winds and really low humidity.
That's the classic recipe for fire weather, so please be careful.
Mm-hmm. And out west, that Pacific storm is just dumping heavy snow and more wind on the mountains. And for anyone in the Mississippi or Ohio valleys, keep an eye on the sky this afternoon.
Severe thunderstorms, right?
Looks like it, yeah. Right around the evening commute. So just a heads up for everyone.
Okay, let's shift gears to the financial dashboard. Wall Street closed yesterday with a little bit of an uptick.
A bit of a relief rally. The Dow was up about, 0.18%. So it's sitting around 49,662. The S&P 500 added about 0.38%, closing at 6,881.
It kind of feels like a holding pattern, just waiting. But the crypto markets, they seem to be losing a little patience. It's been a tough week.
It has. Bitcoin is trading somewhere in the $65,900 to $66,000 range this morning.
Which is down a bit on the day, but if you zoom out to Monday,
it's over a 4% slide. Yeah, there's definitely some profit taking happening. The volatility is kicking back in.
And frankly, looking at those red charts and listening to the wind outside, I needed a serious pick-me-up. Which brings me to what is in my mug.
I noticed you skipped the break room coffee today.
I did. I am drinking strong coffee. We talk about optimization on this show, tech, workflow, and this is basically optimized caffeine.
Right.
It's premium instant coffee, which I know can sound like a compromise.
Usually does.
But this stuff genuinely tastes like a fresh pour-over.
It's the functional ingredients, though. That's the key.
Exactly. It's not just bean water. It's packed with 15 grams of protein, MCTs for your brain. But the real game changer for me, the adaptogens. It's got ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha. That's what stops the jitters. It kind of balances out that caffeine spike.
You got it. You get all the focus, none of the anxieties, just clean, sustained energy. So if you want to optimize your morning, go to strongcoffeecompany.com and use our promo code SNARFUL. That's SNARFUL for 20% off your entire purchase.
Fuel for the brain.
Which we are going to need. Let's open up the Snarful Tech article, report our morning star, and connect some dots.
All right, let's do it.
We've got 3 stories today that sound totally different. We have Indian infrastructure, Wall Street bonds, and a mobile game. But they are all about one thing: systems leveling up.
Hardware, finance, and software. A great mix.
Let's start with the hardware. We're heading to India, where OpenAI is making a move that I think totally redefines them. We think of them as the ChatGPT people, software.
Right, the app on your phone. But this shifts them into, heavy industry. OpenAI has signed a massive infrastructure deal with the Tata Group.
Yeah.
Specifically, OpenAI is the first customer for a new data center business from Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, called Hypervolt.
So we hear about new data centers all the time. Why is this one a big deal? What's flagging on our radar?
Well, 2 reasons: scale and sovereignty. Let's start with scale, because the numbers are just boggling. They're starting with 100 megawatts of capacity.
Which is already pretty big.
It is. But the roadmap, this Stargate project, goes up to 1 gigawatt.
Okay, for anyone listening, let's put 1 gigawatt into perspective. That is not a normal server farm.
No, it is not. A gigawatt is roughly the output of a nuclear reactor.
Wow.
Or enough to power about 750,000 homes. This is a city-sized commitment to computing power.
So they're building a nuclear power plant's worth of demand just for AI compute in one place. That's a massive footprint.
And that gets to the why. Why India? Sam Altman said that India has over 100 million weekly ChatGPT users.
100 million? That's a huge chunk of their traffic.
It is. So part of it is just physics, right? Latency. If you're in Mumbai and your query has to ping a server in Virginia and come back, it feels slow.
Those milliseconds add up.
They do. By putting the compute in India, it becomes basically instant for all those users.
But you also said sovereignty.
Yeah.
That sounds less technical and more legal.
And this is the real business angle here. This isn't just about faster chatbots. It's about data residency.
Okay.
Governments and regulated industries, think banking, healthcare, they have these incredibly strict laws that say sensitive data cannot cross national borders. It's a non-starter.
So before this, a big Indian bank probably couldn't use ChatGPT Enterprise because their data would have to go to the US.
Exactly. It was a regulatory brick wall. They were locked out. By building Hypervault in the country with Tata, OpenAI suddenly unlocks the entire Indian public sector. They can say, your data never leaves Indian soil.
That is a huge revenue door to open. You go from consumers to governments.
And Tata isn't just the landlord here. They're also the biggest tenant. They're deploying ChatGPT Enterprise across their own massive workforce. We're talking hundreds of thousands of employees at TCS.
That has to be one of the largest enterprise AI rollouts, ever.
It is. And they're not just using it for emails. They're using OpenAI's Codex tools to basically standardize how their engineers write software.
So you're taking a service business, consulting, and automating the core product, the code itself.
It really signals that AI is shifting from a cool app to just industrial infrastructure, like electricity or water. It's the utility that will power the next century.
From the physical pipes of AI to the financial plumbing of Wall Street. Our second story is about Bitcoin. Not the price, but the plumbing underneath it.
Yeah, this is a really fascinating story about the market maturing. It's about a crypto lender called Ledn. They've just sold $188 million in securitized bonds backed by Bitcoin loans.
Okay, let's translate securitized bonds backed by Bitcoin loans into plain English. That is a mouthful.
Think of it like a mortgage. A bank gives you a loan for a house, right? The house is the collateral. Then the bank bundles thousands of those mortgages together and sells a bond based on them.
And investors buy the bond to get the interest payments. Standard Wall Street stuff.
Right. Ledn just did the exact same thing, but instead of houses, the collateral is Bitcoin. They bundled over 5,000 loans where people put up their Bitcoin to get cash.
Here's where I get stuck, though. A house is pretty stable. Bitcoin is spicy. We just said it can drop like a rock. How do you convince a conservative bond investor to touch that kind of risk?
That is the aha moment. It's the technology. It's a concept you could call robo-repo.
Robo-repo, I like it. So how's it different from a regular foreclosure on a house?
Well, foreclosure takes months, maybe years. Lawyers, courts, it's slow.
And in that time, the house price could crash.
Exactly. But Bitcoin trades 204/7. You don't have months. You don't even have minutes. So Ledn built a fully automated algorithmic liquidation engine.
So no human involved, no phone calls.
None. If the loan-to-value ratio hits 80%, the code just executes a sell order instantly.
How?
Less than 10 seconds. S&P Global Ratings actually looked at their history. Ledn has liquidated over 7,000 loans this way.
And the results?
Zero loss of principal. The machine is literally faster than the market can crash. It sells the asset before it can fall below the loan value.
That is wild. You're basically replacing the court of law with the speed of code.
And because of that speed, S&P gave the top slice of this bond an investment-grade rating. BBB. That's the stamp of approval that lets the big pension funds and insurance companies buy it.
So that's the bridge. You can package a wild asset like crypto into a boring bond, but only if the tech is ruthless enough to protect it.
Ruthless is a good word. And it's catching on. Coinbase is expanding its lending now for assets like XRP, Dogecoin.
So even with the market dipping, the underlying infrastructure is getting more professional. The robots are making crypto safe for the bankers.
It's the industrialization of crypto. It's moving from the Wild West phase to the Wall Street phase.
I love that. Okay, our third story, we're going from high finance to high scores. This is the billion-dollar puzzle.
This story just blew my mind. So, Stopely, the mobile gaming giant.
They do Monopoly G. Right. Big name.
Huge. They are buying a majority stake in a studio out of Istanbul called Loom.
And the valuation on this deal is?
Over $1 billion. Loom is officially a unicorn.
Okay, $1 billion studio. They must have a huge catalog of hit games, right? Years of IP.
You'd think. But Loom makes exactly one hit game, Pixel Flow. And here's the crazy part. Pixel Flow launched in late 2025.
Wait, we're in February 2026. The game is, what, 4 or 5 months old?
That's right. In less than half a year, they went from $0 to $1 billion valuation. It already has over 10 million players.
That is insane speed. What's the secret sauce? Is the game just that good?
It's not about being good in the traditional sense. It's about mastering a specific genre called hybrid casual.
Okay, break that down. What is hybrid casual?
Think of it like the mullet of gaming.
All right, I'm listening.
Business in the front, party in the back. The front is a hyper-casual game. Simple, colorful puzzles you can play for 30 seconds. Anyone can pick it up.
My grandma could play it. Got it.
Exactly. But the back, that's where the money is. It has all the deep systems of a hardcore game. Leaderboards, guilds, complex progression that keeps you hooked for months, not minutes.
So it hooks you like a simple puzzle game, but keeps you playing like a massive online RPG.
Precisely. And that combination is just incredibly profitable. You monetize with ads for the casuals and in-app purchases for the hardcore players. It solves the biggest problem in mobile gaming.
Retention. People usually get bored and delete these games after a week.
Right. Loom cracked the code on keeping them, and the human story is just as amazing. The founders, Kubra Gundogan and Emre Shelik, they just raised seed money. They were basically a garage startup, now this. And they're staying in Istanbul to lead the team.
This really connects the dots on Turkey becoming this massive hub for mobile gaming.
It's the Silicon Valley of mobile games. They have this specific talent for what you might call dopamine engineering.
Dopamine engineering. That sounds both impressive and a little terrifying.
Well, that's the business. Scopely is betting $1 billion that this is the future.
I have to admit, while you were explaining the mullet theory, I may have looked up Pixel Flow on the App Store.
Oh, no. Did you download it?
It's research. I have to understand the asset class, see what $1 billion looks like.
Careful. We still have a show to finish. Don't get lost in the loop.
I'll try. But before we do wrap up and before I lose 3 hours to this game, we have one more quick mention.
That's right. A quick shout out to Old Glory.
If you're looking for a gift for that techie friend who also loves music or sports, you have to check them out. We talk about the future a lot, but sometimes it's cool to wear a bit of history.
They are the iconic merch store. The best band tees, authentic sports jerseys. It's where you find something with actual personality.
Totally. Just go to oldglory.com.
Hello?
I'll say it once. oldglory.com. And use our code SNARFUL, SNARFUL, for 15% off your whole purchase.
Good stuff.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We covered AI in India, crypto on Wall Street, and gaming in Turkey. What's the big picture here?
It really is the maturation of our digital infrastructure. All three stories show a system growing up.
How so?
First, OpenAI. They're moving past the cool demo phase. With Tata, they're building AI as a utility. It's becoming fundamental, regulated like electricity.
Putting on a suit and following the local laws.
Exactly. Then you have Ledn and crypto. Same story.
Right.
It's moving from the Wild West to Wall Street, but it's doing it by replacing the slow legal system with fast code.
The robo-repo. Code replaces courts.
And finally, Scopely and Loom show the attention infrastructure is evolving. You can't just make a simple game. You need systems that engineer retention. And a Turkish studio showed that if you crack that code, you can build $1 billion of value in 6 months.
So whether it's the servers for your AI, the algorithms for your bonds, or the game loop on your phone, the underlying systems are all getting smarter, faster, and more automated.
The pace is just accelerating. The pipes are being upgraded right under our feet.
And we will be here to track where those pipes are leading. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And stay safe in that wind.
We're here to help at Snarful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
Have a great Thursday, everyone.
See ya.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.